Greetings YouTube. Okay, this isn't on any of the current topics and drama that's going on YouTube, but this is just something I want to talk about. It's something that I've been doing here since October, and I've been reading a wonderful series of books. I want to talk about this series of books because I got inspired to do it because Neith talked about Lord of the Rings. And yes, I will do a Lord of the Rings video because I love it. I love Lord of the Rings. But the series I've been reading has been the Forgotten Realms, Legend of Drizzt series. It's an amazing series. I really like how R.A. Salvatore writes his stories. He's not as descriptive as I would have gotten, but he definitely makes you feel for the characters. And his main character has been this drow elf named Drizzt, which is supposed to be Drizzt right here, but it's not how I see Drizzt. I don't see Drizzt in that way. Drow elves they live underground. They're subterranean, and they're one of the most evil and vile races in this world of Tyrell is what the world's called. And they have their own dark, twisted religion and their own dark, twisted knowledges and whatnot. They lie about the other races to make themselves look like they are the good guys, like they are these tragically persecuted heroes of a bygone era, and they're so hated, and well, we gotta strike at our enemies just want to crush us. Let's get them. And they backstab each other like nobody's business. They hate with mind, body, and soul, so to speak. And the goddess they follow, her name is Lala. She is called the Spider Queen, and she can take the appearance of a drow female, which they are a matriarchal society. Females are the better ones, and males are subjugated and they're made slaves. They are whipped, they are beaten, they are reminded of their place. And fighters aren't looked too well upon because in their school system, the school system for fighters, melee Mac there, is a 10-year study period, whereas if you go to Sorcerer and learn about magic, the sorcery part of it, because these are drow elves, they're innate magic, so they are magical beings. It takes 30 years, and for the females, and only the females can do this, they go and become clerics and high priestesses is the ultimate goal of their goddess Lilith. And I hate the goddess. I hate her. And I love it when Drizzt speaks sacrilege about her. It's funny. She's very chaotic. She's unpredictable. You don't know what she's going to do next. She doesn't have a set plan. She's chaotic evil. This is based on a Dungeons and Dragons world, Dungeons and Dragons role-playing game. It's based on the Forgotten Realms of Dungeons and Dragons, and Dungeons and Dragons was based off of Lord of the Rings. So thank you, J.R.R. Tolkien, for Dungeons and Dragons. And even though R.A. Salvatore never role-played his character Drizzt, as he wrote it, I can sit there and see it in my mind how it could have been a tabletop game. And that, like I said, that's not how I see Drizzt. This is how I see Drizzt. The drow have ebony skin. They have stark white hair. Generally, they have red iris eyes. Sometimes they have blue, sometimes they have green, and Drizzt has purple eyes. And Drizzt is one of the only good guys. He's one of the only good Drow elves. There was another, his father Zaknafane, who taught him. That's how he learned fighting. And Drizzt is this incredibly talented genius with weapons. He's like some young protege. And he's like, when you first see him in the story, his House Duerden, is getting ready to go annihilate another house which is of higher rank than them in their Drow city of Minzu-Baranzan. And they execute it quite covertly. They can, all Drow can innately conjure up a globe of darkness, so they all stack all these globes around the house and they just go in and attack. And they utterly wipe it out. And poor Drizzt, they put him up on the altar as soon as he was born, and he was the third son, born to the matron mother of House Duerden. Her name's Malice. And the third son was going to be a sacrifice, an offering to their dark goddess Lala for the victory that they had obtained from House Devere. And while the oldest daughter, and her name's Brizza, she's got the sacrificial dagger, and she's ready to sacrifice this newborn infant male to her hungry goddess, and she demands her mother to name the child. And while Malice, who's weak from using the pain of giving birth to channel that into her magic to create this hard-hitting attack upon the clerics and high priestesses of House Devere, which it really stunned them and allowed Zaknafane to come in and cut them down. She can't name him just in time, and meanwhile the two older male sons are surveying the battle scene, and the oldest son is quickly dispatched by his younger brother. And as soon as he is the oldest brother is dispatched, Drizzt is named, and because the oldest brother was killed, their goddess accepted that as a proper sacrifice, and Drizzt was allowed to live. So, right from day one, poor Drizzt is just, everyone has it out for him.